Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to something a bit different. Today, I wanted to talk about a brand new single player game that is very based on horror that will be arriving real soon this year. And I just wanted to give my thoughts about it, what I think about the game so far from what we've seen from the trailers, the gameplays, the demos, whatever. It's called Cronos The New Dawn. Now, this is a single player game that has been on my radar for a while. I have spoke about this a little bit before, and a lot of you guys probably don't even know this game is coming out. So I just wanted to give you guys some feedback about it and share my thoughts. If you guys have any opinions, as always, let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to drop a like on this one if you do enjoy. And also let me know down in the comments, will this be a game you will be picking up? Because it looks awesome. So starting off with, this game is obviously a single player game. It is heavily single player based. There's nothing else, multiplayer wise or anything in there. This is just a story driven mode based game with a bunch of horror elements, and it looks awesome. Now, starting off with is the environments in this game look amazing. The whole base of the game is time travel, and as the traveler, you go from one time to another time to figure out what happened to the humans. You've got to wipe out a bunch of these creatures, try and figure out what's happened between those time spans, etc. It looks fantastic. The different environments in the trailers and the gameplay that we have seen so far, they all look individually pleasing. They look fantastic. It's all rundown buildings and abandoned different parts of the world and all these creatures running around. And you just got to try your best to wipe them all out and figure out what the hell is going on. So the environments in this game for me really do sell. They look individually different, and that is exactly what I want in a story mode game. I want to go into a new place feeling a bit, nervous. Oh, this is a brand new area, new creatures could be here, etc. So yeah, the environments look fantastic. I'm very excited about those and to see where this game goes in terms of the story. So moving forward, of course, is the gunplay. The gunplay looks awesome. I'm very excited to see what else they have in store. They in the trailers they've shown very little in terms of gunplay and stuff like that. What you can use. We've seen the pistol, we've seen a flamethrower, and I think a galvanical punch as well. That is pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else that we have seen. But the developers here have said that there is a lot more things coming into the game in terms of weaponry. And you guys know I've played Doom, so this game is giving me big vibes of just running around, running gun, on your edge of your seat action kind of thing, and that is exactly what I want this game to be: is on your edge action, learning a story that seems to be very interesting, and playing as a character who seems pretty badass, who we'll get round to in a second. But going back to the gunplay, I'm really excited to see how it works in terms of the game's movement and how it will go alongside the combat as well. The different things you can do during combat is going to be very cool. One thing I do want to say about the combat as well in this game, it looks pretty fluid. There's nothing too crazy, nothing too over the top. It seems pretty straightforward, which I like. It's not too overwhelming for certain players. Some people would look at it and go, yeah, okay, that's a lot. This seems to be pretty straightforward, and I think that is a good thing for a lot of people, and especially people that like single player games. You like to balance it out a little bit in terms of story, gunplay, whatever, combat, and all the other things in between. So one thing I do want to mention is the game's music. It is very different from what I've heard before, and in a good way. There's been very little amount of music released for this game because obviously it's not out yet. I'm really hoping a whole soundtrack gets released once it's released, which I'm pretty sure it will be. But the music in this, the trailers and the gameplay seems very awesome. Very techno and futuristic and a bit dark as well. It's got that like shivering feeling, and you're like, oh my god. Certain instruments and certain sound effects make you turn inwards, and you're like, oh god. But it sounds so good, you know what I mean? It's one of those kind of soundtracks I get the feeling of. One thing I would like to say about this game so far that I've seen, a lot of people have been comparing it to Dead Space, which I can totally understand. Dead Space was a great game. A lot of you guys have probably played that. I also played it. And yeah, I can definitely see the inspiration from Dead Space. Another thing I will say is the game seems to take a lot of inspiration from other, horror titles like The Thing as well. For those who don't know, The Thing was a horror game back on PlayStation 2. It got remastered onto Xbox, and it was a big movie back in the 90s as well, featuring Kurt Russell. The Thing was a great uh, thing for its time, no pun intended. And this game seems to be taking a lot of inspiration from that as well as the other horror games that we've mentioned. So one thing I will say is the traveler in this game, the guy you play as, seems very, very badass. He's given me, believe it or not, he's given me Doom Guy vibes. He's given me Master Chief vibes. Someone that's masked, someone that doesn't talk, someone that is there for business and will do anything to get the job done. And I feel like with this game, if they really play their cards right with the Traveler, he definitely can become a character that a lot of people grow fond of. And I feel like he's definitely someone that could grow on people real quick in terms of popularity. And with the whole what's it called? I'm trying to think of the right words. He's given me that kind of main protagonist vibe, and that's what you want in a single player game. You want that kind of that grittiness to your main guy, your main girl, that will make people like them. And this guy seems to be pretty damn awesome so far from what we've seen. So in terms of the game as a whole, it looks awesome. I've enjoyed everything I've seen so far. It looks promising. And the fact that these developers have also made Silent Hill 2 remaster makes me believe that we're in good hands. A lot of people enjoyed the Silent Hill 2 remaster. It got a lot of good feedback. And I'm excited to see what the game is like when it fully launches at some point this year. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below. And thank you for watching as always. I hope you guys found this a bit interesting. And who knows, maybe you'll give this game a try. But I definitely will be playing this. I need a single player horror game on the channel. It's been far too long since I played a horror game in general. So this is a perfect candidate for that spot. So have a great rest of your weekend, gamers. Be sure to stay safe. Be sure to look after yourselves, your friends, and your families as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.